geht's. Ah, das hätte mich darauf hinweisen sollen, wo der lag, dass ich im Lagerraum nach den Dingen gucken soll. Wo war denn nochmal der Raum mit den Hebeln? Hier.
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Geht's jetzt?
I can still increase the load.
Das Grüne fehlt mir noch.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? Worse and worse. Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel.
Das grüne Kabel geht da lang. Du hast mich nicht gesehen. Kann ich da rein? Ah, ich habe den Schlüssel dafür. Nice, jetzt rein da. Und Tür schließen. Okay.
This lever must turn on the gas machine. There's nothing happening.
Ja, weil ein Ventil noch fehlt. Alter. Ich glaube, ein Ventil ist noch in dem einen Raum, wo wir die ganze Zeit das Fragezeichen gesehen haben. Ich würde das nie die ganze Zeit da wieder dran machen, ey. So, das da drehen. Ist auf jeden Fall. Jetzt schon mal das. Ja, machen wir das schon mal.
All the levers are activated.
Ist die Frage, sorgt das alleine schon für genug Ablenkung? Weil wenn nicht, dann wäre auch doof. Das halt mal versuchen. Ja, wir probieren es mal. Sonst muss ich halt doch nochmal irgendwie noch das Scheißteil suchen.
What is going on here?
Aber Moment, sobald ich hier reingehe, kriege ich die Meldung für ein Fragezeichen. Vielleicht liegt auch hier irgendwo noch ein Ventil rum. Das ist eine Knochensäge. Man hat hier halt aber auch echt wenig Öl. Kann ich jetzt für den da nicht nehmen oder so?
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
Da.
Do the cops know what's going on?
Oh, wow. Will ich Punkte? Nee. So, okay, dann schauen wir mal, was passiert.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide. Damn it.
Scheiß, wie lange braucht. Entspann dich mal, du bist doch in dem Schrank. Ich kann nicht raus, wenn der Typ da steht. Na, nein, ist ja doch nur. Nein, der kommt jetzt safe hier ran, oder? Ich muss raus. Alter, ich hätte niemals erwartet, dass das funktioniert, ey. Warum schreit der denn so?
Damn.
Da war jemand.
Is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
Alles klar.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry.
Da
We
steht
should
doch jetzt
never
eh gleich
have met.
einer hinter mir.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler!
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Das hat mich gerade über den Schläfer erinnert aus Gothic
It's no
1.
longer possible to
Könnt ihr auch mal
save.
wieder spielen. Bitte geht das Licht hier aus.
No!
Sanders! What the hell?
Hat der gerade das Bein gebrochen?
I gotta. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Schon noch im Raum gucken, ob es hier irgendwas mit zum Mitnehmen gibt. Kann ich ihn mir anschauen? Nope. Immer noch besser als ein Doktor, der mir die Finger abschneidet, oder ein Typ, der mich zu seinem Frauchen machen will. Oh, das ist eine Treppe. Ich frage mich, ob der... Alter Junge! Warum werde ich denn eigentlich immer getruckt, kurz bevor ich irgendwo hinkomme?
Damn! The gas!
Fuck.
My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Dem traue ich nicht. Dem Buben traue ich nicht mehr. Ich weiß nicht immer noch nicht, ob das ein Traum war jetzt, aber dem Buben, der ist böse, sage ich euch. Ein böser Bube. Meine Kamera ein bisschen weiter runter. Ja. Hat irgendeiner okay Google gesagt. Oh Gott.
Who goes there? That nightmare again.
Habe ich gerade von Cthulhu geträumt. Bei Tag sieht es ja eigentlich ganz schön aus. Wie auch immer ich wieder hierher komme.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Solange nicht der oberste Anführer Bradley ist, ist alles in Ordnung.
How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the Force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Hätte ich die schon
Tell
kennenlernen
us.
müssen?
What
Also
happened?
bevor diesem Asyldings? Warum ist die Antwort rot? Aber ich sag's einfach mal. Oder kann ich das nicht sagen?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
2 families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
But fear makes you strong.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Ich fand die Knochensäge
I've been
cool.
telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
Halt die Fresse.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I found this at the Hawkins house. The doses seem insane.
Barbiturates. But these doses...
What do you mean?
Half the island is under treatment. What is prescribed here, however, is enough to knock out an ox.
Fuller wrote this prescription to fool everyone into believing she was mad.
Or
Wenn
perhaps her
jemand auf
husband wrote
Ochsen
it.
steht und der
Perhaps
Ochsen nicht
Charles and Dr. Fuller
willig
were
ist,
in-
dann... Ne?
A conspiracy. How dreadful.
Ich hab nichts gesagt.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway,
Ich mag den
let's
auch
get back
nicht.
to the business at hand.
Bin voll bei ihr.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
Du hast selber
You were
gesehen, du
there,
Affe.
Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Mongo.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Ich hätte noch viel mehr finden können, dann würde ich das jetzt alles sagen können.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed... demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Ich will das anklicken.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Oh ja.
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but
Okay, ich
was
hätte das
there
andere klicken sollen, jetzt
with
halten die
us.
mich für verrückt.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
Alter, der
You
Typ.
really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
Jo.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Ich hasse diesen Typen.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's...
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Aber sowas von. Warum wird Alkohol so krass mein Schicksal verändern? Gemeinheit.